Hello and welcome to this GCSE pages of the Charleston Academy Geography Department. In this video I'll just talk you through some of the resources that are here to help to improve knowledge and understanding and to provide support during any absence, or if you want to further develop your learning understanding and to help with revision as well. As we look at the first page, if you have a look under the video, you will see that there is each of the different topics that we cover at GCSE, and I'll go into each of these different folders in more detail in a moment. If you continue to scroll down, you can see the specification that we follow, which is Edexcel A, and we have the specification with all the information in there. There's also a short video on what a good set of GCSE sample notes should look like. And then below that we have some basic breakdown of what the course covers and the type of papers and the specification and the exam paper codes as well. So you've got all the information on the specification that you need on this initial landing page. If you go into any of the different topics, you will see there is a whole range of different information to help support the learning and understanding. So here we've chosen one. Now, as you go into each topic, to start off with, there is a very short overview video. And this, in 10 to 15 minutes, just covers the main information that will be required for the GCSE course. We've then also broken down the specification information into key bite-sized chunks, so it becomes much easier to follow. And if you are absent or you want to do more revision, then you should know where you are following the lessons that you've just been in, and you can click on the relevant area here. There's also a folder for assessment, a revision folder, a wider links page, and also a personal learning checklist. So if we go into one of the topic areas, you will see that at the start we have the specification. This is the information from the exam board and tells us what exactly you have to cover. We then have some very basic information, looking at some of the key terms and some key bits of information, mainly taken from the knowledge organisers, which students can download. Now, as you'll scroll through, you'll see you've got all the basic information, but there is also a little test and assessment at the end as well, so you can check your level of understanding. Now, if you are absent and you need to complete some work, then what you can do is read through this information and then make notes in your geography book. You should not be aiming to copy out this information. It should be reading through and then summarizing that information. If you want to download and print out sections, that's fine, but you can also use spider diagrams, pictures, infograms, and all different ways of actually getting this information down. Now, if you're not sure what you're needing to do, then you can email your class teacher and they can set this up as a specific task for you, which will show up in your taskbar. There are also pages linked directly to revision websites. Again, if you click in here, you can see the information comes up. And if you have a look, there are lots of different revision activities that you can do directly. So you can choose a study mode and go into all different kinds of things. So here you can have simple tests and you can get the feedback immediately from here. However, all students should have been given class codes for a number of different revision sites, including Quizlet, Memrise and Seneca. And it is a good idea to actually use the class codes, so then the teacher can keep an eye on the amount of work that you're doing, and if there are any errors, they can address those in lessons with you. There is also a video links and wider reading area. Now, this is really useful if you want to further develop your knowledge and understanding. And this is an open forum, so if you find any good information, then you can click on New Thread and then simply write a short extract on what the article or the video is about, and then copy the link in there. So if you are struggling to understand something, or you just want further information because you're interested in it, then all you have to do is click on the link, and then you'll see the link within there. So this is a great way of you being able to get extra information and to really stretch and challenge. So you've got a much greater depth of knowledge and understanding, which will really help you in the exam itself. Also on the pages, you'll notice that we have an assessment section. Now within this section, there are a number of different tools which can help students and teachers understand strengths and weaknesses. So the first one that we look at is the key terms test. Now key terms are very important in geography. It is vital that students understand the meaning of key terms, because if these turn up in the exam, you have to know the meaning of them to be able to give the right information in the question. Therefore, knowing the key terms is vital, and it is something that all of the revision pages that we've put up on Quizlet, Seneca and Memorize will all help you to focus on your understanding of the key terms. So the key terms is really simple, is that all you do, you have a definition here, and then you just have to write the correct term which appears in the table here. Now again, these will often be set as tasks and as homeworks, and will also form part of an interleaved practice. So it may be that you're asked to do a key terms test on something that you covered several months ago. And this is to help build your knowledge and understanding, see how much of it has stuck, but also helps to improve your recall and memory of these key topics. There are also knowledge tests, which again are really simple and straightforward. And what you do here is you have a question or a statement, and you just have to click on the correct multiple choice answer. And again, these will often be set as tasks as part of the interleaved practice, but also provide really important information for the teachers to know what we may need to go over, correct any misconceptions, and also provide us a base for revision lessons as well. So it is important that you do your best on these, that you do before you complete them. Have a look back over the information on the other Firefly pages first. Go through your books, look at your revision guide, so you can give the best possible answer. A key part of this activity is actually looking over your notes, and this will form part of your revision and will help to develop your understanding and recall, which is going to be vital to your success and getting the best exam result possible. There are also odd one out activities, again to help develop your understanding of the key information. The aim of the odd one out is to read through the different keywords that you have here and then work out which is the incorrect one, the one that doesn't fit the pattern. So for example, here you might say that the odd one out is urbanization. Then underneath that you need to give a reason. So you might say that emerging, developed and developing countries are all a way of describing the level of development, whereas urbanization is a process whereby more people, or increasing proportion of people, live in towns and cities. We then have a walking talking mock. Now this is a video along with a series of exam questions that you can download, and this is one of the geography teachers talking through a section of an exam paper, and it's really designed to show you the thought processes and how to answer the exam questions to get the most marks available. You will be given the chance to listen to the teacher and then have a go at the question yourself before checking the answers and making any corrections. So this is a really useful tool to have a look at before you do the end of topic assessments, but also as some exam practice and some preparation for the actual exams before you go through them. And then finally, we also have an online exam question. So this may be part of a homework, or it could be part of revision as interleaved practice as well, but it also helps you to understand the nature of the questions that you may be getting within an exam itself. And it will give you examples of the different resources, which may really help you in your exam preparation. Another page that you will find on all of the different topics is the personal learning checklist. Now this is a really simple form, and it just has the different areas of the specification, and students need to be very honest when completing this. So having done a course and completed your assessment, what you need to do is then have a look at each of these sections and just say how confident you feel in each of those. But you have to be very honest in these. These will be done at different times throughout the year, so you can see how much of your knowledge has stuck and how much of it you need to work on. The key aim of these is, one, to help teachers to understand where they may need to focus their revision and going back over key elements of the topic, but it's also very important for self-evaluation. In having a look at these, you should be able to recognise your own strengths and weaknesses, and it's important that you focus most of your effort on those areas you are weak on, as this is where you can make the most gains. So even if you've not been set this as a homework or as a task, you can review these regularly just so you're able to make sure that your revision is being as effective as possible. So this was a very brief overview of all of the different resources that are available to GCSE students at Chellaston Academy for their geography course. If you are absent, or you want to do extra work, then you should be able to navigate your way to the correct sections of there. But again, if you're not sure, have a look on the landing page for geography, and as you scroll down you will find that you have the email addresses for each of the different geography teachers. Failing that, you can contact them through the school email addresses or through Firefly as well. So I hope you found that useful. Thank you for watching and good luck with your GCSEs.